Hey guys, it's Moonlander back with another horror movie review, and today we're going to be looking at the new movie available on video on demand called The Black Gloves. So this is a movie from Laurie Brewster and Sarah Daly, and now they wrote and directed The Unkindness of Ravens and The Lord of Tears, which I put both of those movie reviews I made in my movie picks playlist. Because I thought they were remarkable low-budget movies that definitely were unique and had something special about them. So I was pretty excited when I saw that they had a new movie out. Now, when I first saw it was available, it was a couple weeks ago, I think. But you could only buy it, so I decided to wait because I don't buy movies on digital format. I like physical copies, so I try not to buy them like that. But so I waited, and it never became available for rent. So I just went ahead and bought the standard definition, which cost me like $7.99. So The Black Gloves is about a psychologist that loses a patient who felt that she was being terrorized by this Moloch, this owl man. And now after she dies, he discovers a ballerina who seems to be suffering from the same thing, that she's being terrorized by this owl man. So he tracks her down to the mansion from the movie The Lord of Tears, and she's living there with her ballet instructor and mentor. And yes, the owl man is there too. So the things I liked about The Black Gloves is there's not a lot of moments that shine in this movie, but it does have some. Now there's quite a disturbing scene of where the ballerina transforms, and she's all black and has these creepy contacts, is what I can guess, and she's dancing slash chasing the psychologist with a knife, and it's really very creepy, and I thought it was cool. And there was also a brief part that I thought was good camera work where the owl man is moving and stunted movements, and the camera seems to be moving with him from side to side. And I thought it turned out really cool. I thought it was a good scene too. And I will have to say the ballet instructor played by this Marcelina Gomez. At first I thought her performance was odd, but as the movie went on, she grew on me, and I mean, she was my favorite person in this movie. I mean, I guess I would say the only person I really enjoyed in the movie, which leads me to the bad things. I did not like the character or the performance of the psychologist, and I especially didn't like the ballerina. There is like no character to the ballerina. She's pretty much just blank throughout most of the movie. There are some scenes where she has some dialogue, but you're almost not even sure if it's really happening. And now there is supposed to be like a sort of love that develops between the psychologist and this ballerina, which I didn't feel at all, and it didn't make any sense to me. And now, I guess I might be getting into some spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie or you want to check it out, maybe skip this part. But these two end up together and they have a baby. I just didn't feel any love developing from one or the other throughout this movie. It just seemed forced. And now this psychologist is supposed to be obsessed with the idea of fixing her in order to redeem himself or help his pride. But yet he falls in love with this woman as well. I don't know. And then finally, I will say that I had to make coffee in order to get through this movie. I was about 40 minutes in and I wanted to close my eyes. It's black and white. It's sort of slow in a way. And yeah, I mean, I would call it a good nap movie. Well, and one more thing. I found the ending to be quite obnoxious. And now the ballerina character, without giving away the ending, she almost leaves one controlling situation for another, and I found it obnoxious. So my final thoughts on the Black Gloves is I by far enjoyed this one the least of the three movies I watched from this writing and directing team. I could suggest the other two, The Lord of Tears and The Unkindness of Ravens, to pretty much anyone. But this movie I could not. If you didn't like The Lord of Tears, you will not like this movie. But if you did, there's a chance you might. And now there are very few IMDb reviews, but all of them are positive, which I don't know if there are people involved with the making. There's only like 4 or 5 at the time I'm making this, but they all loved it. But I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. But I will say I will watch the next movie that this Laurie Brewster directs. There's enough still here to make me keep watching. It's just I did not really enjoy this one. So I hope the next one turns out better. And it does show they have like a movie filming and 2 in pre-production. So I will be watching for them and I will watch them. Alright you guys, thanks for watching this review and I'll see you on the next one.